Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. I'm going to go into the match how I go into every match. Victoria Mboko unfazed by Coco Gauff ahead of Canadian Open 4th round clash. She started the tournament with a straight set win over Australia's Kimberly Birrell with a score of 7-5, 6-3. In the second round, Mboko got the better of the former Australian Open winner, America's Sophia Kenin, in straight sets with a score of 6-2, 6-3. Her most recent win came against the Czech Republic's Marie Buzkova, where she emerged victorious with a score of 1-6, 6-3, 6-0. That one has set up a mouth-watering contest from Mboko against the top-seeded Gauff, who secured her spot in the round of 16 after beating Veronika Kudermetova with a score of 4-6, 7-5, 6-2. This will be only the second meeting between the players. In the only previous meeting, which took place in the round of 64 of the Rome Masters, it was Gauff who came out on top with a score of 3-6, 6-2, 6-1. Talking ahead of the encounter, Mboko stated that she is looking to approach the match just like she would have approached any other opponent. Mboko also stated that she is going to focus on how she would play and hopes that her quality on the court will be enough to challenge a player of Gauff's stature. The surface is different, said Mboko. But I mean, it's not like you change the way you play just because of the surface. I mean, I'm going to kind of go into the match how I usually go into every other match despite the surface. I'm going to show up how I play, and I just hope for the best. I'm really excited for it. She's the #1 seed of this tournament. I mean, I've played her before, and I know what I'm going to expect. I'm going to really expect a hard fight. It's always great to play such incredible athletes and incredible players like her. I think it's just going to be a really fun experience again, yeah. Good time to face Coco Gauff. Mboko will be hoping that it is a right to face an opponent like Gauff, who is going through an interesting phase in her career. Even though she has lifted a Grand Slam this year in Paris, her recent performances have remained far from perfect. In the first 2 matches of the competition, Gauff committed 37 double faults, which is the most by a player in the tournament. Gauff also spoke to the media ahead of the match and admitted that she is very disappointed with the way she is committing double faults. Gauff also went on to state that she is working hard to reduce those double faults significantly in the near future. Obviously, I'm very disappointed with myself regarding that part of the game just because I didn't play in Washington to work on it, make changes, and do well in training, where I was serving very well. So I would like that to transfer to the match, said Gauff. The positive is that I'm winning these matches literally having a part of my game on crutches. It's as if I could lean on both feet. Then I can only imagine it would be much easier and much simpler for me. There are 2 things I can take from it. I don't want to lead that statistic, and I want to improve. I know I'll probably never be free of double faults, but if I could reduce it to 2% or 3%, that would make a big difference and would make these matches much easier. The fact that I'm winning matches and finding ways to win with that is undoubtedly a positive thing. The sun burned gently over Montreal center court, casting golden streaks across the hard surface as the city buzzed with anticipation. It wasn't just any day at the Canadian Open. It was the day a Canadian teenager would step into the biggest match of her young career. Victoria Mboko, just 17 and rising fast, was preparing for a 4th-round showdown with the tournament's top seed and American sensation, Coco Gauff. And yet, if you'd asked her, you wouldn't find nerves. No awe. No tremble in her voice. I'm going to go into the match how I go into every match, Mboko had said with a calm that belied her age. Focused, aggressive, and ready to adapt. I respect Coco, but I don't fear her. Those words echoed louder than any stadium cheer. A new challenger rises. For much of the WEA conversation over the past year, Coco Gauff has been at the center. Grand Slam winner, Olympic hopeful, world #3. But in the shadows, another young star has been quietly preparing, working through ITF events and lower WEA rounds, building confidence, and biding her time. Victoria Mboko, with her fluid movement, firecracker forehand, and ice-cold composure, is no longer just a promising Canadian. She's the real deal. Having grown up idolizing both Serena Williams and Bianca Andreescu, Mboko developed a game that is both powerful and calculating. Her ability to read the game early, take balls on the rise, and inject pace off both wings has turned heads this week. And as the last Canadian teenager standing, she's now carrying a nation's hopes, though you wouldn't know it by her relaxed demeanor. "I've visualized these moments since I was a little girl," she said, sipping a smoothie after a third-round win. "But now that I'm here, it feels normal. Like I belong here." The calm before the storm. Gauff, for her part, has been fighting battles of her own. Her Montreal campaign so far has been rocky. Matches peppered with double faults, moments of visible frustration, and long three-set marathons. Yet she's kept winning, grinding her way through even when her A game hasn't shown up. In stark contrast, Mboko has sailed into the fourth round with commanding play. Her last match, a straight-set stunner over a top 20 seed, had analysts buzzing. She moved like a veteran, served with purpose, and seemed to anticipate every shot like she was reading from a script. Her on-court presence was electric but grounded. When asked what had changed, Mboko just smiled. "Nothing's changed. I've always had this level. Now people are watching." When the draw was first revealed, few expected the teenager to make it this far. But her opponents fell one by one, unable to counter her clean baseline hitting and fearless court coverage. The crowd, hungry for a homegrown hero, started chanting her name louder each day. And Victoria responded with clenched fists, confident strides, and unshakable focus. The psychological edge. Many players crumble under pressure when facing stars like Gauff, either overwhelmed by the crowd, the TV cameras, or simply the aura of playing someone they grew up watching. Mboko seems immune. "You've got to separate the name from the match," she explained. "Once we're both on court, it's just tennis. I can't be worried about what she's done last year or who she is. I just worry about the next point." That mental clarity is rare, even among seasoned pros. Her coach, former WA player Alize Cornet, believes that Mboko's greatest weapon isn't her serve or her speed. It's her belief. She plays every match like it's winnable. No baggage. No ghosts. That's the most dangerous kind of opponent, Cornet said. Even Gauff acknowledged the challenge ahead. "Victoria's been playing lights out. I've seen her train, and she's got real game. I'm not underestimating her at all." Clash of fire and ice. The Gauff versus Mboko matchup isn't just a clash of skill, it's a collision of energy. Gauff is expressive, emotional, prone to explosive reactions when things go well or poorly. Mboko, on the other hand, is stoic, eyes locked, shoulders steady, a metronome of quiet intensity. Watching them side by side is like watching a firestorm battle a glacier. But don't mistake Mboko's calm for passivity. She thrives on high stakes, and her game elevates when pushed. Her ability to absorb pace and redirect it has frustrated even experienced baseliners. And if Gauff's serve continues to wobble, something that's plagued her all week, Mboko's quick returns and court instincts could put the American under immense pressure from the first game. "I know what Coco brings. She's fast. She's aggressive. And she never gives up," Mboko said. "But I believe I can match that. I've been preparing for this moment for years." A nation watches. Canada has been yearning for the next big tennis breakthrough. After the highs of Bianca Andreescu and the flashes of brilliance from Leylah Fernandez and Felix Auger-Aliassime, fans are hungry for consistency and new blood. Mboko represents a fresh wave, diverse, unafraid, and unapologetically Canadian. Outside the stadium, posters of her now sit beside those of Denis Shapovalov and Milos Raonic. Local broadcasters feature her daily in highlight reels. She's become a symbol of belief for young Canadian girls watching tennis for the first time. Yet through it all, Victoria stays grounded. "I'm grateful, but I'm not chasing fame," she said. "I'm chasing excellence." Match day destiny in motion. On match day, as Victoria Mboko entered the court under the late afternoon sun, the applause was thunderous. Kids waved maple leaf flags. Fans wore custom shirts, with Victoria rising in bold white letters, and her parents sat teary-eyed in the front row, hearts pounding. Across the net stood Coco Gauff, arms folded, chin up, her trademark intensity already dialed in. The world watched, some expecting Coco to weather the storm, Others curious if this would be the day a teenage Canadian upset tennis royalty. As the warm-up balls were exchanged and the first serve tossed into the sky, Victoria Mboko remained unshaken. No nerves. No hesitation. Just as she promised. "I'm going to go into the match how I go into every match," she repeated to herself. "This is just another battle. And I am ready." The final rally. Whether Victoria Mboko wins or loses, one thing is now clear. The future of Canadian tennis is no longer a question. It's here. It's in the poise of a 17-year-old who refuses to be intimidated. It's in the footsteps she's taken across Montreal's courts, etching her presence in the story of tennis, not with hype, but with heart. And when that final point ends, regardless of who raises their hands in victory, a new name will be on everyone's lips, not just because of how she played, but because of how she believed. Victoria Mboko is not just the future. She is the now. And she's going into every match like it's hers to win.